Good morning from Fort Worth, Texas. Actually, Alton City, Texas, but it's Fort Worth. The title, Thank You, Uncle Joe. For those that it's a little early or don't understand that title, that's Thank You, Uncle Joe Biden. Here we go. He ain't even inaugurated yet. Which doesn't mean to say that he shouldn't be. It means to say that it hasn't occurred yet. That's all. Don't anybody panic. Get your panties in a wad. Yeah, try to beat the dog or anything stupid. I don't know when it started being reported, but I saw it yesterday. The effects of Joe being president, Uncle Joe being president, have already begun. There is a group of Hondurans at the Guatemala border, is 7,000 to 8,000 in strength, and you wouldn't believe what they're doing. You would not believe this. I found it totally astonishing. They're headed for the American border. Is that a surprise? Well, no, not really. Not to me, anyway. I don't know. It might be to somebody, but not to me. So, you've already got a caravan of 8,000 to 7,000 people headed for the border. It'll be bigger before it gets here, obviously. It'll pick up strays and stragglers along the way. I don't know, my own theory is I won't be surprised if it isn't over 10,000 by the time it gets to the border. And why is that? Well, Uncle Joe isn't going to deport anybody. Uncle Joe isn't going to make anybody wait in Mexico for a hearing. Uncle Joe, if you remember back to the primaries, was one of all the candidates who raised his hand and said they'd be getting free medical for illegal, not undocumented, because they're documented. Okay, they are documented. If nothing else, they will be documented when they get to the border and let in freely to roam about the country. So, undocumented immigrants is probably a less accurate description than illegal immigrants is. And I will be referring to them as illegal immigrants because they did not follow the procedures to get into America. We are a law-abiding country. Remember, they keep telling us that, and that no one is above the law, unless you're BLM, Antifa, or an illegal immigrant, in which case the procedures for entering the country don't matter. They don't count. Those laws do not affect them. Now, I don't know. I don't understand why we do this. I mean, I got a DUI like 30 years ago, and Canada won't let me in because of something that happened 30 years ago. A misdemeanor. But I guess it's not a misdemeanor in Canada. I don't know. But anyway, I can't go to Canada, but people can just show up at the border and say, hey, I want to come to America. Okay. Don't try that in Canada. I don't think it'll work. So anyway, the gist of this is, what effect is this really going to have on us? Well, I'm a simple kind of guy. I drive a truck for a living. retired from the military, Air Force. I don't know. I was smart enough to know that I wanted to join the Air Force because I didn't like camping, so joining the Army or the Marine Corps probably wasn't going to be a good idea for me. So I've got some sense, but maybe not a lot. But here's what I see. We pretty much stopped illegal immigration under President Trump. The Orange Man. And somebody had to take jobs that illegal immigrants had been taking for years because they weren't available anymore. So a bunch of people of color, I'm guessing, some white folks too, but some brown, some tan, some black, whatever else, Chinese, Japanese, Oriental, Asian folks got those jobs. And they paid taxes. And people like, agriculture industry and other industries that hired illegal immigrants, because no matter how we want to look at it, we know they do, because it saves them money. Why pay minimum wage when you can pay somebody else under the table $5 an hour because they can't be here anyway, but they need to buy groceries too. So that they were being hired. But then when that supply of illegal immigrants was cut off, and I'm not trying to dehumanize them by referring to illegal immigrants as a supply, but workers are a supply, a commodity. You need so many to run a business. So, you got to have them. You can't buy them. That is illegal, and should be illegal, I might add. Don't anybody freak. Don't panic about I'm promoting slavery or something, because I'm not. That's ridiculous. Even though there is still slavery in other countries on other continents, Africa being one of them, that it still exists. But anyway, moving right along. So, people had to take those jobs that the illegal immigrants couldn't take because they weren't here anymore. And they had to be paid at least minimum wage or above, and taxes paid and all that good shit. So now what happens with that? Well, you're going to have people paid under the table again. No income taxes paid, state, local, federal. Uncle Joe said he's going to give them free medical. And since they don't pay taxes, they can't be penalized for not having insurance. So all the burden of their medical expenses is going to fall on people who are here in America working legally. So we get to pay for those in our taxes. Isn't that great? We're such a free and wonderful, giving, caring country that we're going to say, come on in. And even though I'm pissed about what medical insurance costs me, and I'm sure a lot of you are, we get to get it added to our bills, our tax bills, so we can pay them. And I don't know, maybe people don't understand this, that are all about this shit happening and think it's a great thing. But the government doesn't produce anything. It doesn't sell anything. Therefore, it has no income. Its income is our money that we pay in taxes. So we're paying for all that. What else is going to go on? Well, let's see. Some places give illegal immigrants driver's licenses. They say that makes them drive better or something. I don't know. And maybe it makes them get insurance. I don't think so. I have a feeling, even though they got a driver's license, they're still not going to have insurance. And I don't understand how they're getting a driver's license, because I got to show my birth certificate to get my driver's license. I mean, really? I got to show proof that I'm paying rent or a house payment or utilities, that I live in the state. So how are they going to do that? I mean, they don't have a birth certificate from America, right? Not a legal one. Now, they may have an illegal document to go along with their illegal immigration that says that they are an American citizen and were born here or something, but I don't know. So what else is going to go on? We're giving them medical. We're going to give them driver's licenses. We're going to pay for their fucking medical insurance. They're going to be in your schools, which means that there's going to be more students in your schools than there are taxpayers paying for students to be in your schools. Some, not all maybe, some, I don't know what number it'll be, we'll be getting, like welfare and SNAP and all that the good free money that isn't free, because we work for that money they're being given, and then we have to give it to the government to give to them. It's a wonderful system, and let's, what else is going to go on? Your schools are going to have more people going to them, more students than what they should, because they shouldn't be here to start with. Hospitals are going to have more patients than they would normally, because they shouldn't be here, and they are. And I mean, the costs just keep on going. Now, Big Ag's happy. Some manufacturers are happy that are willing to take that chance of hiring illegal immigrants to work for them. And Uncle Joe's happy. So if Uncle Joe's happy, we should be happy. Oh, and let's not forget, a certain percentage will violate our laws and will go to jail. But as we well know, they will be released immediately to float about the country and commit other crimes. There have been numerous stories of people who were arrested, illegal immigrants, or aliens, however you want to say it, who've been arrested, released because of sanctuary cities and shit like that, and not turned over to immigration, and went out and committed other crimes, serious crimes. I'm not talking about some guy jaywalking or speeding or something. I'm talking about their murders have been committed, and I'm not saying that, illegal immigrants are all murderers. I'm not saying they're responsible for the murder rates in America. God knows. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. Where I live, the murder rate is pretty much caused by, here comes one of them terms you might want to plug your ears, black on black crime. Yes, black people killing black people. Happens every day in Memphis, Tennessee. Trust me, I live there. Okay? But once again, thank you, Uncle Joe. I appreciate what you've done for us here. Big Ag's thankful. Manufacturers are thankful. The healthcare industry probably isn't thankful, because their bills are going to be going up, and they're going to be treating people for free until you give them our money. So I just want to let everybody know, the first convoy or caravan, however you want to look at it and whatever you want to call it, is on its way to America to live the dream, because Uncle Joe said he'd let them in, and he's not deporting anybody immediately. Not going to deport anybody. Not going to make them wait in Mexico to get approved to come in. He's just going to come on in. We're such great and giving and caring people that we're going to let them come in, take jobs from the cultures of color that are here in America legally already. And I'll say I'm sorry that some of you are not going to be employed because of Uncle Joe's policies, but hey, he was elected. He is going to be inaugurated, I guess. We'll see by what happens Wednesday. There's all kinds of rumors going on out there, so who knows? Maybe he won't be inaugurated. I don't know. Don't care. But get ready, because your tax dollars, America, are going to go to pay the benefits and medical care for these folks who Uncle Joe is allowing in with open arms. Isn't it amazing? These people, congressmen, senators, the president to be, who want to let all these folks in and give them all this free shit, all live in gated communities, all have fences around their property, all have armed security. Why is that? So people cannot get to them. So who can they get to? Well, they can get to the rest of us who don't have fences around our communities, don't have armed security in our neighborhoods. And thanks to the defund police initiatives, and yes, if you cut their budgets, you are defunding them. You may not defund them 100%, but if you take 10% of their money, you're defunding them, which is going to cause a problem in communities that have high crime rates, because there's not going to be as many policemen to go around. And you know Pelosi's going to have the policemen around her neighborhood, and Chuck, and Mitch, and Uncle Joe. So be ready, enjoy, watch those government bills roll up that they cannot pay without our money, and be thankful that you voted for Uncle Joe. And now you're going to have to give up a little bit bigger piece of your income probably in order to pay those bills that he's getting ready to create for us. Isn't that wonderful? I just love it. My president, our president, Uncle Joe. Yeah, the hair sniffer. Yeah. I want to rub his legs, see if he still has them blonde hairs that lay down really neat when they're wet. Bye-bye now. Hey, oh, by the way, I forgot this in my last video. I haven't done them for a while, so hey, it's, things happen. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I really don't care. Leave a comment if you'd like, bitch if you'd like, whine if you'd like, cry if you'd like. I don't do this this channel isn't monetized. It's never been monetized. It'll never be monetized because I really don't need YouTube's money and don't care about their money. It's just something else to pay taxes on. You guys realize that you have to pay taxes on your income from YouTube, right? Yeah, okay. So, in an effort to keep my tax dollars in my pocket, or my tax bill lower, you might say, I don't need YouTube's money. So anyway, y'all have a good day. I'm waiting here at a little Tyson plant to get unloaded, and I'll be going somewhere else, and I'm sure in the upcoming days there will be plenty more to say about Uncle Joe and his efforts to get our tax dollars into the government tills so he can give them out to non-U.S. citizens who don't really deserve them, in my opinion. You know what they say about opinions? They're like assholes. Everybody has one. And my wife says I am an asshole, so oh well. And you can blame this video and upcoming videos on one of the folks who left messages or comments, on my last video, who said, man, you need to make some more videos. You haven't been doing anything for a while. And he's right. I do need to make more. So I'm going to be here to ruffle your feathers, possibly. To make you cry your liberal tears, possibly. To make you, hopefully, think about what the fuck's going on. I do not promote violence. I do not promote the overthrow of the government. None of those fun things. That's not my job. This isn't my job. This is fun because I'm an asshole. Bye-bye now. Try to have a wonderful day. Try not to lose your job to somebody coming across the border here in a few months illegally. Bye-bye now.